But it's a search that ended where most people thought it would, with Kenny Payne taking over the U of L program. Pending Board of Trustees approval on Friday morning, the former U of L player and UK assistant coach will be introduced. He's currently an assistant with the New York Knicks in the NBA. UK head coach John Calipari said the move could lighten up the rivalry.
Kenny Payne, whatever happens with these games, will be friends. It should lighten up their side, our side. Like, look, it's one game a year. Who cares? It's life and death. I'll jump off a bridge. What? It's one game. I've said it for 13 years. And they've been to national titles. They've won national titles, Final Fours. You ready with what I'm going to tell you? With different coaches, which means it's not about the coach. That program is one of the programs. They deserve a coach like Kenny Payne.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Coach Payne agrees to play the Cats in Lexington next season. You know, since this year's game was canceled by COVID, Coach Cal made that push initially when that cancellation happened. And by the way, those comments from Coach Calipari were at the Cats media session in Indianapolis this afternoon. Wave Sports anchor Kendrick Haskins is in Indy with UK and also with his alma mater, Murray. Kendrick?
Thanks, Ken. Like you said, it's a busy day here in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. 8 teams are playing here in Indianapolis this weekend. Of course, we had our eyes on 4 of them. UK, my alma mater, Murray State, and of course, their opponents, St. Peter's and San Francisco. For Kentucky, this is the oldest team that John Calipari has had since he's been at Kentucky, but only a handful of those players have ever played in the NCAA tournament, including Kellen Grady in his time at Davidson.
For me, it's kind of like a new level of excitement because I'm with a different team. And we've gone through adversity and we've gone through an entire season together. So it's a new level of excitement.
I have reminded him a couple times that please listen to what I'm saying because I've done this a few times. How many of you had done, you know, so please listen to what I'm saying. And this is, they're locked in.
Yeah, Cal has been to a few of these NCAA tournaments. Coming up a little bit later in sports, we hear from the big cat in the middle, Oscar Sheepway, on what he thinks he has to improve on as we go through the tournament. But now live here in Indianapolis, Kendrick Haskins, Wave News. Shannon.
It is the name that has been at the center of the speculation since Chris Mack and U of L parted ways. And once the Board of Trustees gives its approval on Friday, Kenny Payne will be the U of L head coach. He played for Denny Crum. He was on the 1986 National Championship team and was an assistant for 10 years under John Calipari at UK. He's been an assistant with the New York Knicks for the past 2 seasons. Kenny Payne, U of L's new head coach. All right, the hiring is a hot topic as our tournament time coverage heats up, and Wave Sports anchor Kendrick Haskins is in Indianapolis with the Cats, where Coach Cal had something to say about that today, among other things. Kendrick?
That's right, Ken. It's been a busy day here in Indianapolis. They just now wrapped up the open practices. San Francisco still out there on the floor right now. UK fans, they have high hopes going into the NCAA tournament, and a big reason for that is the big man in the middle, Oscar Sheepway. He's won just about every award you can think of here in the postseason, and his progression has been phenomenal. He says while he's had a great season, he still has plenty to work on heading into the big dance.
My role, like Coach told me, is always the same, like play with a lot of energy, defend the basketball, grab a lot of rebound, like you gotta communicate. I do better on those things, but like you communicate, it was a little bit tougher because I was not doing a better job on that.
He's a double-double machine. It's hard to believe that he feels like he has that much to work on. And he's been a great communicator to the fans and to the media all season. I expect some more double-doubles for Oscar as the tournament goes on. But now live from Indianapolis, Kendrick Haskins, Wave Sports.
Thank you, Kendrick. We'll hear from Murray tonight at 11 as well. All right, last night in Dayton, Indiana picked up its first NCAA tournament win since 2016. The Hoosiers will face St. Mary's in Portland, Oregon tomorrow night, because this is all about the student athletes. The Hoosiers got 29 points and 9 rebounds from Trace Jackson Davis and a career-high 15 points from Jordan Geronimo in a 66-58 win over Wyoming.
This environment, even just for the first 4 games, it was a surreal environment. I've always dreamed about playing in this tournament, and finally just being able to live out that dream and just performing at the highest level, I'm truly grateful.
The boys' Sweet 16 is underway in Lexington, and 2 area teams have already played today. In the opener, Richard Duncan and J-Town taking on Lincoln County. The Chargers take a 2-point lead here when Dre Vassar gets in the lane and flips this one in. It was 41-39 J-Town. The Patriots answer. Evan Smith for 3. The final, 45-41. It is Lincoln County that moves on, and the Chargers season is over. In game 2, David Levitch and North Oldham taking on Muhlenberg County. North down 1 late when Jack Scales delivers the corner 3 with a minute left, and then Luke Anderson seals it with his 7th block of the game. North Oldham advances with a 36-32 win. They'll play Lincoln County on Friday.